Glad to have you along from Evanston, Illinois, Ryan Field. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Northwestern Wildcats. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. We are keeping an eye on the weather in this one. Holly Rowe has the latest.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
We'll see if they can handle the weather in this game. The Buckeyes ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Wildcats offense will have the football first. And standing in the way is one of the best defensive lines in the country.
And if we're just being honest, this is every offensive coordinator and quarterback's worst nightmare. When you've got an offensive line with a lot of inexperienced young players and freshmen going up against the D-line, David, with this type of talent, with this type of experience and explosiveness. They chew up O-lines and spit them.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The defense putting points on the board.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to you.
On the run, it's Osborne. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
And a nice crisp run, great job. Maybe expecting pass, you know, in 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. Breaks into the open. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Under pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Motion from the back. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Snags it, and he's open. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Wildcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. They're working that left side. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Northwestern! A great catch and run for 6.
Love the individual effort here by the wide receiver. After he has the ball, able to make people miss. You see the speed as he goes in for the touchdown.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty.
Number 92 set to take this one.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Buckeyes offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Straight ahead, it's Cross. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. St. Clair. Left side is Smith. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Right side, it's Smith. Past the 45. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, 3rd down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. And you can't give up explosive plays like that. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down to fundamentals, and, you know, that is driving their defensive coaching staff crazy.
It's so frustrating.
Picked off to stop the threat. Taking it the other way. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Quick give. It's Osborne. He's past the 30. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Wildcats are in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. They'll stop the clock for an injured Wildcat. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. 2nd and long here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And back to the air on 2nd down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
In these situations, 3rd and eternity, I know exactly what to do. I'm putting more DBs on the field. I know it's a pass, my best pass defenses, and then I turn my pass rushers loose. Go get that QB.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Wide open, he makes the catch. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Now the Wildcats call a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Follows his blocks. It's Jackson. He's past the sticks. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Changing the routes with his receivers. Tavian St. Clair. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. It's first down from the 11. Run in the red zone. It's Cross. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Back's got it on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into 2. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Fresh set of downs going up top. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Going to get a stoppage here for just a second as Northwestern has an injured player on the field. Week 12, you get through this far, you just hate to see it. We'll have Holly check on this injury a bit later on. Long way to go on second down. They want to throw it. Rush is on. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Breaks the tackle. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Throwing St. Clair. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's going to take off. Turning it on. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. Ground game really important. Let's take a look at how these running backs have fared through 1 quarter of play. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. To the air, it's St. Clair. Unleashes to the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Throws it off the RPO. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush right in his face. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on.
Going for it all. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Buckeye! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And here's the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Wildcats come out to get these going on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point. And
I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some...
They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
Great job on the safety there. And how about the D tackle just collapsing the pocket? There was nowhere for the quarterback to step up into to try to buy himself some time. That D tackle walked his man right into the lap of the QB, and he gets the safety.
After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. It's the conference finale today. Win this one. Extra football ahead. Has taken a ton of hard work to get here, David, and they certainly can't afford to let down.
Yeah, and you people, Reese, you know, that looking ahead, always point to the future, like they need to win today. Like their goals are still in front of them, but today is a big day in the conference to continue to keep winning.
And that's the thing I think their coach kept reminding his team of all week long. At the very start of the year in our first team meeting, we put our goals up on the board. The #1 goal was to win the conference, and they have a chance to guarantee themselves a spot in that game with a win today.
And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're testing the right side here. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. St. Clair. Hit as he throws. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy and let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Here comes the heat. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. And the Buckeyes are rolling down the field. To give, it's Cross. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. Week 12, you get through this far, you just hate to see it. We'll have Holly check on this injury a bit later on. They'll move the tight end. Tavian St. Clair. Working that left side now. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Headed outside for the line. It's Jackson. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Sets his feet. It's St. Clair. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Into the end zone for 6. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. He'll bring it out. It's Grove. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Snaps it. They'll throw to start the drive. Unloads in the nick of time.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help.
There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards of pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And the Wildcats want to crank the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Northwestern will send out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Holly, what do you have?
Here on the away team sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying, we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they...
Makes the grab in their space. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
The Buckeyes come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Throwing St. Clair. Stepping to the right. He's got the back in the middle. On the move at the 30. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Ohio State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields. Might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Boy, he was cutting that one close, wasn't he? Almost kicked it out of bounds, but it went into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Fighting off the defender. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Timeout on the field. Northwestern has called it. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll need a bunch on second down. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Out wide right, it's Farrell. Runs through a man, he might have some space. Northwestern spends its final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Wants to throw one first. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. The run inside. It's Osborne. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6. Northwestern wants to go quickly. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Right side, it's Farrell. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We start with the Troy Trojans taking on the North Dakota State Bison.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Glover. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Ollie, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
I caught up with Ohio State's head coach coming out of the locker room. He is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Running inside, it's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. St. Clair. Quick completion on the out. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
On the flag. 1st and goal. Ohio State.
Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Here he comes from inside. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. They'll run it. It's Jackson. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the running back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Trying to slip through and pick it up. And he won't make it to the marker. Stonewalled for the 2nd straight play. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Buckeyes will try to convert on 4th down. Stuff, stop, no chance. This defensive line won the battle, and they got the football back with a 4th down stop.
Yeah, and he calls his own number, tries to go get the first down, but he just couldn't get to it. Nice job by the defense, locking in, not letting him get that extra couple yards that he needed to get the big first down.
Runs into a wall. They'll give him 1 out to the 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Third and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. They're all over him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Guys, here on the Buckeyes sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying, we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Enough to move the chains. Out of bounds at the 33, but not before the big pickup for the ground game.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And the Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Tavian St. Clair. He rifles one deep down the right side. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Fitted in the window for the score.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Northwestern offense ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And man, this whole crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays.
What a catch and what a throw along the sideline. Just sinks it in there. A little Barishnikov for the toe tap. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Hits inside. It's Osborne.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together. Putting a drive like this together now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Dumps it off in the flats. Beck's going for the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on Ohio State's sideline, this quarterback has been absolutely spectacular today. Over 400 yards passing late in the game with this big lead. We're curious to see how long the coaches keep him out there, but from what I can see on the sideline, he wants to continue to play. There is so much momentum and chemistry down here. This offense continues to roll, and it is a blast to watch these guys interact down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. At midfield, he's got room. Off to the races to the right. The 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. Once he got some room, it was over. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the sideline for Northwestern, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. This time they'll throw it. He's got the tight end. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Gets the back moving. Drops back on 1st down. Makes the pass. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Hey, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Hauls it in. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Northwestern coming to the line with another 1st down. Sells the run, looking to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. 2nd and long here. Wants to keep it in the air. Makes the grab on the left. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver. And man, their fans have been hungry to see that.
This receiver is so dangerous out in space, and it's a nice job by the QB getting him the ball early on the curl route. And you see, once he has it, he's got some wiggle, he's got some shake, makes some defenders miss, and gets up the field.
Caught. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It falls incomplete, and man, did they think they had that one set up, and it didn't quite work.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shots, take advantage of the extended space on the field before you get cramped in the red zone. So I look for this offense to be aggressive.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Finds his man. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. They're desperate to do anything they can to try to slow down this guy who's just been spinning bean all day. A little carried away with that roughing penalty. Fresh center downs going to the air. Working that wide receiver screen. Touchdown, Wildcats! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
On to attempt the try. Right down the boulevard. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Throwing St. Clair. Lets it fly. Upstairs, he's got it. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Out wide right, it's Roberts. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Second down to the air. He'll take a shot. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Off play action on first down. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
The Wildcats getting set on 1st and 10. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Handed to the back. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And they can't make the connection.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today. Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
St. Clair. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's loose. Past the 20. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people